Hey, folks, 1775 Whisky Passport Club. Collectively, we are making the whisky world a smaller place. Now, if you want to be one of the gang, it's going to cost you £25. But what do we get for £25, my friend? Can you show us what's in this box?
Absolutely, it's magic box. We got a Glencairn glass with 1775 whisky branded on it. You'll get, this is wrapped just now, you got a 50 ml of whisky, you might see it there. And the tasting notes are sellotaped out so you can enjoy what we're getting.
And it's a special one.
And this is a temporary card just now, but the cards will be similar to this, which are made of oak. Everyone's individually numbered.
It's sustainability.
Absolutely, you get different wee bits and pieces. The whisky flavour map that we always talk about, and some old Scots words. And I see one here which was added to it without my permission, is Tatty Peel, a bald-headed man with whisky knowledge. Wrong.
Well, of course it kind of is, but also the planting in the oak tree for sustainability. We want you to come and be part of us. We want you to drive the club forward, have some fun, have a great time, learn a lot of knowledge, pass a lot on.
And the benefits and discounts. Lots of places join us where you get discounts for food, discounts for hired things, various different things that you can do. Then we'll give you food here, I'll give you discounts on tours. Lots of things that's going to benefit you as a member of 1775 Whisky Passport.
Excellent. And all we're going to say, Tatty Peel, Slange. Good evening, everybody, wherever you may be in the world. It's 8:30. We're coming live from the center of the universe, the Market Grill. So it can only mean one thing, folks. It's the 1775 Whisky Passport. That sounds a bit like Boss Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard, doesn't it? Rico Pitoni, boy!
You actually look like him as well, by the way.
I'm going to say that, oh, Boss Hogg. Anyway, folks, hope you're all well. Behind the camera there, we've got the great technician. We have Gregor.
Having a fish supper?
Aye, he's had 7 fish suppers a night, so that's all my profits going down the drain. Then on my left hand here, we have got Tatty Peel, aka Neil the Bald Head, very tight-fisted Forbes.
Nice haircut as well.
Aye, I cut it from the other day there.
Yeah.
Yes, well, sheep shearers, I would say. Well, once he got the sheep shearers from his girlfriend, then we snapped the hair away from him.
The lovely Dolly, yeah.
Dolly! So anyway, hopefully everybody's all well. We have an action-packed show tonight, guaranteed to be good fun, or you'll get your money back. Look at his face! Look at his face! You'll not be getting your money back.
It's spent, we've drunk it.
It's all gone, it's gone, right.
Spent it next month's whisky already.
Absolutely. So we've got some good stuff at the show store. We have some special events on. It's people's birthdays tonight.
Is it? Whose birthday is it?
You remember that guy that had the big hula hoops in the ears that used to come in here?
Oh, aye.
With a ponytail.
Aye. Chris, no.
No, he was a right sausage. He couldn't even tie his shoelaces.
Oh, Nick?
He was one of these guys that said, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. And what happens? Nail plump.
What age is it? 17?
I don't know. I'm not sure. He's driving a car, so he must be at least 17.
He's 19, maybe.
So anyway, he managed to fleece me for a wee nip on the way out the night. He was like a wee baby with, the wee pep, like, oh, my birthday. So anyway, had to give him a nip anyway. So he's away happy now. So that was it. And then, of course, we've got a youngster that's having a birthday today, Nikita. MD that comes on the show.
Oh, aye.
MD. It's MD's sister, Nikita.
Oh,
it's her birthday. Aye. So she's definitely not old enough to drink.
It's not. She's younger than MD.
No, she's older than MD.
Oh, MD can drink.
MD can drink, but she can't drink. He's the boy having a few drams,
He's 13. He's entitled to it. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that's it. As long as you're not driving. And then we've got a few folk dialed in from all over the place. Why don't you just give us a wee insight? I'll have a wee look here, and then I'll spit some stuff out.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm allowed to speak now?
No.
Right, okay.
So
no, shut up, my turn. 3 great whiskies tonight. The middle one, the second one's absolutely amazing. I've not tried it yet, just had a nose at it earlier. Absolutely incredible. First one we've got to do is we're going over to Fife, to King's Barns, just south of St Andrews.
I've got the shakes.
You got the shakes?
Thinking about Fife.
About Fife.
Oh, my
Jim McDonald will be in Fifer. Aye.
That'd be a Fifer and a lifer.
Aye. It was Kingsbarns Balcomie. It's a sherry matured Kingsbarns. You have very young, very new distillery. We'll talk about that as we go to it. That's opening one tonight. And Glen Farquhars, 21-year-old. This is for the first of the direct debits. We've been right up there, double, trebled the price of the previous ones. Blakey's favourite brand, Glen Farquhars, so we thought we'd start with a 21-year-old and the first of the direct debits, the more expensive whiskies. And we're going to finish with a Bunnahabhain, Totechaga. We'll tell a bit more about that. It's an unusual Bunnahabhain, which is a peated version. Normally they're pretty unpeated and just a wee bit smoky sometimes now and again. So it's 3 amazing whiskies tonight, Graham. Who's on then?
Right, let's have a wee see. We've got somebody over in Oregon there. We've got Gregor, our pal. We've not heard from him for a wee while. Welcome.
Oregon.
And we've got Mike Kinnaird up there with the Waterman.
Oh, talking about the girlfriend called Dolly.
Aye. This is cheers. He wants some back. And then we've got Susan Allen, Jamie Thorne, all the way up in sunny Pennycook. I'm not sure if his sister's on.
Sun's still shining up in Pennycook.
Oh, aye. The snow's still there. It's only about 20 foot deep at the moment. We've got Scott Watson, Susan Innes, Duncan Graham from Budapest.
Duncan on, right? Good to see you, Duncan. Aye.
See, it just shows you, folks. We've got there.
Well, he's really from Pencaitland or thereabouts, but he stays in Budapest now. We got deported out of Pencaitland some years ago.
Nice. Oh, did he?
Aye.
And then talking about all the spread that we've got all over the world, we've got Mike in from Humby.
We've not got Alex Seinfeld. Orlando.
I'm just about to have a wee look. We've got Caroline there. See, we've got everybody dialing in. James McDonald, unable to participate this evening. He's just watching. All right.
Okay.
And then we've got my brother from another mother, Jim Barry. And then, of course, stand to attention.
Go First Lady.
First Lady is on. Julie Ramsey. Attend. And she got her body warmer. Did it fit? She's not told us back. Gordon Sayers, Craig Ramsey, hello fellas, Craigie Boy, Crazy Craig, Mikey Kinnaird's up there, and David Pringle, another brother from another mother.
God, he's fluffing some rubbish. Those of you who saw a Facebook post about an hour ago, maybe back at 6, 7 o'clock, it's a full moon tonight, and I wondered what effect it would have on them, but by God, I didn't expect them to rabbit on like this tonight.
Well, just trying to be nice.
Spread
the word. We've got a few other folk there. I've got a good friend of mine through the American football, Michael JJJ Kennedy, he's watching them for the first time, and we've got Adrian on the West Coast that's still for the first time. Never eat shredded wheat.
Exactly.
This depends which way you're going. Anyway, we've got lots of folk. We're saying hello. Aye. You know, we like to try and make sure everybody feels part of the posse. So, and how's your week before we're getting ready to go? And what's been happening?
Not a lot been happening this week. Planning for later in the summer. We've got a lot of tours coming off in the summer, and actually looking at a nice high-end distillery tour. And Scotty Watson's helped me with that one because I'm hoping to get Lindors Abbey involved in that. I'm doing some work with the Great Champagne Company or something. The Champagne Company. We do Krug champagne tours and everything over there, so they want to come into Scotland. So we're going to start working with them hopefully in 2022. So been doing a lot of work on that and just trying to get hotels booked for clients and everything like that. And it's just chaos.
Anything else we should be booking for our members?
Well, as soon as things open up, we get over to Islay. We'll put Locker first. We've still got to do that
board meeting, so you're all welcome.
Yeah, we've got to get up there the very first month after we open up. Then I've been talking to Porthuskeg. I've got clients going there in August. Anyway, fingers crossed. Porthuskeg, our hotel, is actually really keen to host us as a club. So
obviously, didn't know you or Gregor. We'll not talk about Gregor.
Sorry, they've not got stairs. It's on single story, so you can't spew. I mean, did I see that? You can't spew on the stairs.
Gregor got evicted from a hotel because he was helping decorate, if you know what I mean.
And the carpet.
Yes, but we'll not go down there. And what about November and what about the month of October? What have we got planned for those 2 months?
Oh, in October, the 3rd October, we're at the Whisky Show down in Smithfield Market in London. And Blakey can't remember much about that one for 2019.
It's the jet lag.
It's the jet lag. We were away at 5 o'clock in the morning. We were on the 6 o'clock flight.
Yep.
Getting down there. So it's the Whisky Show at Smithfield Market. The 3 of us are going. If you want to join us, let us know. Get your tickets and we'll give you our travel arrangements. And you can buy us a dram in the train. And in London.
Yes.
November, we've not quite got the dates yet. We're looking at a couple of things. The Scotland Games, the 12th of November.
The 6th of November.
The 6th.
We're looking for.
I think I'm available. Hopefully.
The
Right,
12th
I
and
can't
the
remember.
15th. 12 and 15, you know.
Aye, so we're going to have a whisky fair, whisky show here in the market, and there'll be hopefully a half a dozen, 8 or 9 different distilleries will be here, letting you taste their expressions with us and getting speaking to some of the brand ambassadors and the top men in the industry. So looking forward to that. A lot happening in 2021. As soon as we get the starting gun goes and the doors open, we're off.
Absolutely. A lot of good fun going on, so we can't wait.
Aye.
Anyway.
Right. Number 1.
Come on. Stop.
Absolutely. It's about time, I know.
Remember, if anybody's got any questions, don't be shy.
The first whisky we've got to try tonight is King's Barnes. King's Barnes, a relatively new distillery, opened in 2013, I think it was. It's just about 4 or 5 miles, if that's south of St Andrews. It's a nice wee hamlet, sort of tiny village. It was a farm, and I'm sure there was a distillery there way back in the 1800s, the old days in the 1800s. The farmers used to have that. It's now the Weems family, and I'm led to believe it's relatives of the early Weems down at Gosford Estate. Those of us in East Lothian will know the Weems Estate just outside Longniddry. They've been a bottling company for many, many years, and they've just went into their own distillery. It's a beautiful setting, a really nice distillery, modern, but it's got a nice sort of story behind it as well. I quite like the distillery. They've got a lovely tour. I've done it a couple of times, taking some clients here. And the expression we're going to try today is Balcomie, which is a sherry matured, double matured, so with some sherry. I think it's Pedro Jimenez, is it? Or
PX going on?
No, Oloroso. Oloroso. So it's one of the first one. And Balcomie is done in Creole. Well, it's classed in St Andrews at times to the American market, but it's it's the championship course, I think it is, at Creole Golf Society. So King's Barnes itself is halfway between Creole and St Andrews. Great location. Unfortunately, Jim McDonald's, it's in Fife. That's the only thing.
Oh my goodness me!
So it's a lovely wee colour here. Actually, I thought it was darker with being sherry matured. It's actually quite pale, so I would suspect it's just a couple of years, maximum 18 months. It's 46%. It doesn't say. Nope, nothing much on it there.
No age,
but
nothing like that.
No age, nothing like that. Yeah, it's relatively young.
Yes.
I think like a lot of younger distilleries, have bought in different casks as well and matured them in their own warehouses just to get themselves started. So I don't really know what it is, but we'll have a quick look at the colour of it. Lovely pale. It's actually quite deceiving grey. I mean, it's a lot lighter than you would expect for Oloroso. Oloroso sherry, a wee bit darker. But look at the legs.
Oh, we like the legs. Oh, you know what we've forgotten?
We've forgotten. No, we've forgotten. You forgot.
Right, here, I'll be back in a minute.
Run and get it.
I'll be away.
I saw it in your office earlier on.
Was it in the office?
Aye, it was on the wall.
I know what I was doing.
I'll get peace and quiet now. You look at the legs on the King's Barnes here. They're actually quite light, quite delicate. Really fast coming down there. Lots of them coming down. Even though it's I don't think it's been long in the Oloroso sherry, to be honest with you. That's certainly no long in there. Have a quick nose at it. No smoke whatsoever, but it's a real nice nose out there, actually. First thing that hit me is spices, a bit cinnamon. The honey right there. Really, really, really heather honey coming out of that. It wouldn't surprise me if it's Dalwhinnie, to be honest with you. Bit chocolate. Bourneville chocolate coming through. Toffee, dry fruit, sultanas.
None of your Jamaican old fun.
Thick
as a brick and chocolate tea.
Sultanas, yeah, a wee bit, but no, I wouldn't. It's no rich enough for an old Jamaican. So we're ready to have a look at the flavour map, JB.
There you go. For all you people watching in the first time, you will see have select sides, and of course we have the tatty peel is for the rich side, and the light is for the poor man.
You finished?
No. So the other thing is, we have a chicken here as well, and you can see with the butt of the.
No, it's a hen.
Right, back to normal.
It's a wee bit colour, very delicate though. So I'm going to put it somewhere about the halfway line because there's sherry in it. Maybe just to the tatty peel side, but down on the delicate side, there's absolutely no smoke. It is quite delicate when you see the legs, the colours, everything like that. Even on the nose, there's a floral coming through there. Some berries actually, like blackberries, strawberries, blueberries.
Dried cherry?
No, didn't get maraschino cherries. No, I didn't get that at all.
Are you sure now?
No. Also, we taste that. There's quite a nice nose in it though, you know, and it's probably no more than 5, 6, 7-year-old sort of thing. It
I would
wouldn't
say it's
surprise me.
quite
It's even
young.
less than that.
I
Yeah,
would think it's quite young.
it's you can get a wee bit sulphur from it. I'm getting, but it's actually very pleasant for a young whisky. Let's have a wee taste it. Slange. Oh,
That's nice. Aye, I'm liking that.
again, I'm getting the toffee, honey.
Sweetheart.
You can put that down there, Graham. We'll position it.
What?
Yeah, right.
After I went all the way to get that.
The dried fruit, the sultanas, bit orange peel, marmalade coming through.
No tatty peel.
Yeah, tatty peel. No. Spicy.
It is.
A wee spices coming through there. I'm trying to think. Nutmeg. It's quite. It's not refined spice, you know. It could be nutmeg. You know what I'm getting as well? Some pineapple.
I was about to say pineapple.
Yeah, almost dried pineapple for me.
Upside down cake.
Upside. No, I think I've ever tried upside down cake. But there's quite a lot going on. I'm getting a lot of orange from it. They're a bit citrus as well, but it's unusual for the sherry. But again, indicates to me it's not been long in the sherry cask. Hopefully.
Get cinnamon.
Yeah. Nutmeg for me, not so much cinnamon. It goes in the nose. I've got cinnamon in the nose, but not in the palate. Right, we've got our Macallan water.
Yes.
From the Isle of Lewis and Mike Kinnaird and his girlfriend Dolly.
Bah.
There's a few from stateside over the pond. It's Aberdonians do like a sheep now and again. That's their girlfriends.
It's a leisure centre. A sheep tied to a tree or something.
That's why you see them when they drive up Inverurie, Aberdeenshire. You see all the sheep tie the back legs to the fences, and that's just so the boys can stop and meet the girlfriend on the way home for their work. I know one or two like that.
Right.
So we touch the water in there, Graham. It really softens it. It actually does a wonderful job of that. It really does soften it. Honey, toffee, gets rid of the spices for me.
Still get a bit of the spice. Still nice. It's
yeah,
pleasant.
yeah. The chocolate's gone. No chocolate. The berries are there though. I'm getting sort of blackberries, blueberries. Just a nice fruit coming through there. The toffee, the honey, the spices away. I've no nutmeg at all. The water. Anybody else noticing that at all?
Apricot jam.
No. I'm not familiar with apricot jam. I call it apricot jam because it's an apple.
Ah, is it?
Right.
Well, you're feeling. Oh, is this the useless information section?
But no, it's actually very pleasant. The water does, because I found it quite sulphury as a young whisky. I always find it a bit sulphur there. It's no smooth in the cask, but the water actually does disguise it, I would say.
Yeah. Just to say, Graham, Nickel is dialed in, and Susan's getting orange, spice, and cinnamon. Pork chops finally worked out how to use the computer. He's dialed in, and Brian Johnston saying spicy.
I'm just going to say with the water that Brian, we're right. Well, it's definitely cinnamon, nutmeg with the water. I couldn't get cinnamon in the palate straight away. I'm getting nutmeg, honey, toffee, a wee bit nutty actually, but I can't quite place that. But certainly spices. It's actually very nice for a young whisky.
It is, yeah.
Yep. You can tell it's young though, you know. And I'm just going to compare it with the 1770, which we found was a 3-year-old with the Rich and Smoky one we done a few months ago. It was really, I thought, incredible. And when Liam Hughes told us it's only a 3-year-old, I couldn't believe it. I would have taken it 10, 12-year-old easy because it was really smooth.
There was some good flavour in it.
For that, I just find it's just a wee bit sharp, a bit sulphury. It could do another few years maturation.
Just kick off, aye.
But wow, it's actually a really nice whisky.
Absolutely. A good day.
And I certainly give it.
What you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a seal of approval.
Well, let's see you then.
No.
I'm on strike.
I'm in a huff.
I'm on strike.
All right.
You never do it.
No.
I'm always the one that have to do it.
That's what your job is.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm here to look good. No, you.
Oh, you're feeling miserable like that, for God's sake.
So, are we going to give it a seal of approval? Come on in.
Yeah. You go first. Why do you bother?
I know, why do I bother? He's not getting into the groove with it.
I'm allowed to carry with number 2 then, or is there any comments on the balcony?
No, I'm going to speak to my friends on the internet there. Let's see who Within the disguise the spice, but it does open up the stronger flavour notes. That's the water. And Jim Barry is saying, yes, it's a full moon the night. Tatty Peel is acting like a clown. Yes,
you can see that, Jim.
Aye.
I did when I went for a walk about 6 back in 6, and I saw that full moon in a bright blue sky in Haddington. I had to take a photograph of it, and I thought, nah, what's going to happen with Blake in the night? This is going to be.
I didn't even notice it. I've been working.
We can notice it on you though.
I'm being.
Yeah.
And
you've been what?
It was the same when I used to do the doors. When you knew it was a full moon, probably the same in the police.
Oh God! The most I've experienced it. I worked in the control room in Dalkeith. I think it was about 1998, 1990 to about 93.
Before I was born.
Aye, and without fail on a night shift, you knew when there was a full moon. You didn't have to look out. You just knew. The phone calls, hundreds of them came in, and I'll not get into some of the details, but they were absolutely hilarious. Some crazy ones.
Definitely is.
The Blakey family in Pennycook was one of them, you know.
Aye, we'll wait until poor Chop gets a hold of you.
Right.
Oh,
number
yes.
2. Number 2. Glen Farquhars. Speyside. Wonderful brand of whiskey. This is a 21-year-old expression. As we say, what we've tried to do now is the second or the fourth Friday of the month, the last Friday of the month, we're going to try and push it up to the direct debit so we can know where we are. We're paying a bit more for it because we've got far more expensive whiskies, and it's costing us a lot more money. If we get the more direct debits that come in, we can actually budget better and keep the prices down. So we're in fact, next month's going to be the middle one as well, and I can't remember what I picked. Oh, I do remember what I picked. It's fantastic as well. But it's a 6th generation, I think it is, 5th or 6th generation in the Grant family. It's either John Grant, then George Grant, John Grant, George Grant, and it goes way back. I think it was about 1860s. It was a 20-30-year-old, again, a farmer. In fact, I'm sure my mother's name was Hay from Walliford, and I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was the Hay family was the farmers up there. Ballindalloch, is it? It's the distillery's in, and the Grant family bought it. They also bought the Cragganmore at one time. I don't know when it was, but they owned Cragganmore. I think they sold it to UCL or United Distillers and Scottish Distillers, and now Diageo. We still have Cragganmore as one of the classic malts, isn't it? Anyway, back to John Grant. I met him once actually at Glenkinchie when I worked there. Real absolute gentleman.
Surely remember you.
He does. He phones me every week just to give me a free dram. The 25-year-old I get. I didn't get a 21-year-old.
I've got the 40-year-old. We've talked about this before. In the movie, it's typical, say something that you can't remember what it is. The movie with Hugh Grant and the Gentleman's Club, he's drinking a bottle of the 40-year-old Glen Farquhars, and I've talked about this before, and I was lucky enough to actually get a measure of the 40-year-old, and it was outstanding. Yeah. Great. Now.
But I loved the 105, I think.
It's got a cult following.
Yeah,
we've got it in here somewhere.
The Cash Strange, I remember doing a tasting of that some months ago.
It
was top quality, really. It's funny, I don't know if Neil McIver's on night, but having a few chats with Neil off late, and Neil's right into his cash strength, is 55% and above, and it just you actually feel there's a refinement to that. You've got to take water. I think you've got to take water in every whiskey, but you've got to just dilute it slightly. But there's just a lovely refinement on that. But Glen Farquhars, as I say, fantastic brand, worldwide brand. I think it's quite big in the States now. Actually, I'm sure.
Talking about the States, that's Joe Myers just dived in for Philadelphia. Joe the Doe, you'll meet him in November.
Aye, have we got Philadelphia in November?
Yes, we're going to Philadelphia.
All right, when he's here,
we're going over there. Aye. We're going to stay at his house, but we'll not talk about that.
Anyway. Glen Farquhars, 21-year-old. Have a look at the colour of that. Look at the sherry maturation in that. It's howling in the moon as well. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, just have a look at the legs.
Your type of legs, short, stumpy, slow, fat.
They're actually quite slow. They're slower than I expect them to be. Really around one side of the glass. They're pretty slow, pretty heavy, which is again the sherry, different things. Here's the flavour map. We'll have a quick nose to make sure there's. That's fantastic. And no smoke. So I'm coming over here a wee bit. I think it's on the halfway line, but coming over. Not quite halfway to the rich side, the Tatty Peel side, because there's real richness there. There's a real sherry to it. There's no delicacy. The legs are pretty slow, pretty chunky legs.
Yes,
So
his
they want
favourite
a better
type.
phrase.
Slow, chunky legs for Tatty Peel.
I just had a quick nose at it. There's no floral. So I think before I go right into it, I'm thinking just over the halfway line into the rich side. Back to the nose, and it just, for me, it just hits you as a caramel hits you there. Sherry, you've just got that sherry buttery. I always think the butter sometimes in a nice expression, which is nice and aged.
What are you?
Toffee, I'm getting some orange marmalade there, some wee bit citrus.
Any other type of fruit?
I'm getting some apples there, but
green apples.
I can't get green apples, but certainly apples. And I'll tell you what else I'm getting there is green bananas.
Green. We've had this one before.
I knew that would get
Bananas.
No, I'm getting banana in that.
Banana.
Yeah, there's a richness of it's not green bananas. I just thought I'd say that. But yeah, there's a bit banana.
Ryan Johnston's getting.
You getting green apples?
Green apples, or even green apples.
Why don't want them up?
No.
Okay. Brian's old, I remember. He's just got that sort of age thing going on with green apples, and he remembers them every week. But no, I think there's a lot of fruit in there. The orange, the sherry, it's really buttery, toffee, caramel, lovely rich honey as well.
It's got a bit of peppermint, or is that me?
No, I can't get that, Graham.
Just a wee.
Yeah,
just a wee teeny top. Hey, that's what makes whiskey all different. Everybody gets different things.
I think it's and I'm going to admit now, when you say that, I'm going to admit to the green apples.
Green apples!
I'm getting a wee bit of the Granny Smith.
Right,
the bitterness of a Granny Smith there. That's a good mistake for peppermint, yeah. But, it's an amazing nose. And it damn well should be at 20 whiskey.
Absolutely.
It's no cheap bottle, so Slange, we've got to enjoy this one. Absolutely.
It's got lips like this, so everybody that's got a pack in the house, I bet you're licking your lips. Now, the other thing is, everybody got a measurement of the water as well. Did I tell you that? That everybody that's got the direct debit pack got a measure of the water to mix up. So, so we're no good to you.
Far too good to you.
Spoiling you.
Aye, you're right. Well, can I speak? I've had that syrup, toffee, caramel.
Oh,
absolutely. I'm getting apples right away on the palate here as well. It's funny, I'm getting a bit peppery now. On the nose I'm going to get, but on the palate I'm getting a bit peppery. The butter, I'm getting real butter coming through. Sherry. I don't know what sherry cask is it they use. I don't think they declare it, do they?
Don't think so.
No.
I'm sure somebody maybe to enlighten us.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they use, but a real smoothness to it. Sort of thing, just that sherry oak coming through. I'm getting a bit oak on the finish as well. Cocoa.
Sorry, pitch invasion.
That's
from Ireland.
From Ireland.
We've got our pal Nigel's watching us in Ireland. I don't know if that'll go back and forward and back and forward.
Is that weekend it was Ireland?
Yes. To be sure. That reminds me of a joke, but we're not.
No. I can't that one. It's not clean. It's not clean. After 9 o'clock, you can never say it. Watershed. I'm getting a cocoa, a sherry, buttery. Yeah. On the palate, I'm just having another nose here. And I think the water will absolutely do this justice.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say that the longer maturation, the smoother it becomes, but I still think you've got to open that flavour with a touch of water. And the Macallan water certainly good for that. And I agree with Mike Kinnear when on the Zoom call a few months ago with some members of the Zoom call, and Mike had the courtesy to join us and explain about the Macallan water. And I was always very sceptical of all that sort of stuff. But when we had it at room temperature and his wife explained the pH levels and way above my head, that sort of stuff. But it works. It actually does work. And was it 2 weeks ago when the snow was here, you went out and melted the snow. And just putting the Macallan against that, and you got the sharpness from the snow, melted snow. So yeah, I think the water does help and work. And saying that, here in Scotland, and especially in East Lothian, we've got some of the best water in the world coming out the taps, but it does complement it from there. So take this back. Springs. back to the nose. Orange, orange marmalade coming there, a wee bit citrus. I mean, I'm getting that with the water, and I'm getting a wee touch of vanilla coming through that, Graham. Instead of toffee, I'm getting a bit caramel, vanilla, definitely very buttery. Apples, green apples. Definitely with the water. It opens up that fruitiness in it. And banana. I'm getting banana.
Banana!
Ripe bananas, no green bananas. Really
Green
ripe,
bananas.
really almost rotten bananas. Wow, that is. How can I describe it with the fruit? Just the smoothness and the fruitness.
I think that's a nice balanced, well-round dram for me.
The water. It's really, really. Yeah, I'm getting the syrup, the toffee, caramel, even vanilla on top of that, which is quite unusual to get caramel and toffee with vanilla as well. I'm not getting any honey yet. But definitely oranges, pepper. The pepper's there in the finish. More in the finish. Lingering. Quite a long finish, actually.
It is, I think it's a long finish.
For a sort of Speyside sherry. But cocoa, definitely. I'm getting chocolatey.
That's now
cocoa, sort of, that sort of, not Boneville, sort of, but you know what I mean? It's oranges. I'm getting a lot of oranges, Seville oranges. And it really, it's still there.
The pepper is
the pepper, but it's actually quite a balance here because it's quite peppery, almost bordering spicy, but still fruity.
Yeah.
On the lingering finish, there's a lot of fruits there. Excellent. Gets the seal of approval. But what I will say.
All right, here we go.
What I will say, for a 21-year-old, I expected a bit more. Now, anybody agree with that?
100 quid a bottle, aye. There you go, folks. Oh, it's great. It's excellent. Aye. Oh, I've got to get more.
So there. No, a fantastic whiskey. Definitely gets the seal of approval. But I've got to say, for what you're paying for a bottle of that, I wouldn't say it's a disappointment. Definitely not a disappointment. It's a lovely whiskey. And I'm sure we did have that at the Whisky show because we had all the
Farquhars.
And we kept going back to the 105.
Yes, we would.
But I don't know if I can explain it properly. I'm maybe just not explaining that right. Not disappointing, but I expected more from it. But really smooth, really nice, and not an issue. I would certainly buy it.
Now, the First Lady thinks it's a new favourite dram.
Oh, First Lady?
First Lady thinks it's a new favourite dram. So only £10 a nip up at the Market Grill when we reopen.
That's for 25.
That's sale. See, he's happy and cheery when it's not his cash. Eh?
Well, what measure are you getting?
And Jamie Thorne's saying that you're a tough sell. That's what he's saying. And then, of course, Dr. Briggs has just jumped in from Philadelphia as well.
All right, good. Philadelphia will be quiet tonight.
Will be, aye, this afternoon.
Julie, I think, it's a lovely whiskey. And I'm probably doing it a disservice by doubting it. But I just feel when you're more than double what we've been drinking, he's away.
I was going to see if I could find a 25-year-old. Michael Kelman agrees with you about the 25-year-old.
Yeah, the 25-year-old's just, again, for that 4 years. And the nose is great though, Graham.
Yeah.
It just, I think the finish is nice, but could be better for £100 odd a bottle. So that's my opinion.
Yeah,
but still.
Oh, Christ, I'm making the shot. I've got a 25-year-old list. We're here. Just want to have a wee.
I'll have a nose there. We've not got a glass.
Thank goodness.
And there's not bloody much left. Like, there's not much difference on the nose. A bit more sherry, I would say, in the nose there, Graham.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe
this is a bit
richer, buttery.
Yeah. There's not much.
There's not a
lot in it.
Not enough in the nose. What was the top?
This one was that one.
Is it? Right.
That one. So we'll maybe come back to this later, boys and girls. Well, I will. He'll not get near
it. Right. I've got the next glass. No, it's interesting, Michael. You agree with that, Julie? Delighted you found a new dram, and that's what we're all about. That's what our Friday nights are about. Is to try them. You're not going to spend £120 on a bottle of whiskey. It's have 50 mils of it, taste lots and lots of different expressions, and we'll always find a new dram to like. But the next expensive one is Aberlour 18, and I think Julie, in 4 weeks' time, it'll be a new favourite because Aberlour, that's one of my favourite brands. So So yeah,
I was going to say,
but that is the benefit of what we're trying to do
absolutely.
here.
We've said that from the day. How many whiskies have you tried since day one? 160 now.
It must be.
It's certainly over 150 whiskies for the people that have dialed in from week one all the way through, and it's 50 mils as well, which is a good generous quaff.
30 times plus the direct debit.
Yeah,
it'll be 150 plus.
Definitely,
absolutely 150 plus. Yeah, absolutely. So number 3. Bunnahabhain. Oh, I'll give you that one.
Mm-hmm. This is a nice one. I've had this in stock for a good few years.
Torthaig Aga or Bunnahabhain is Isla. It's just outside Port Ascaig, just on the sea there. And Bunnahabhain actually is Gaelic for river mouth of the river, estuary, whatever it is. Torthaig Aga is Smoky 2.
Ooh.
So basically, I've been rehearsing all my Gaelic, and if John Daly was listening to this, he'd probably say I'm pronouncing it rubbishly. But he likes his Gaelic, having a couple of holiday cottages in Skye. If you want to go there, he's a good friend of mine. I can get you a discount. What was I saying? It's Smoky 2. So it's a second release, I think, of the version of the Torthaig Aga. Bunnahabhain generally is unsmoked or unpeated. There's quite often a little bit of smoke in it, sort of thing, but it's generally unpeated. I think it's a real nice Isla whiskey. It really is flavoursome, lots of character. And when I saw this one, I didn't know it existed. Even though GB tells me I've had a drink it in here, but I can't remember. I think there's
so many of my bloody whiskies. That's why I can't remember.
I wish.
Generosity.
I wish, yeah.
It is true.
The distillery goes back to 1882, and it's owned by Distill, South African company.
Yes,
Distill.
Who
have 2 or 3 distilleries now.
Deanstown as well, haven't they?
Yeah, Tobermory. Yeah.
And we've met the brand ambassador, young
Michael, Colin, James, John,
David,
Graham, Tom.
No. I'll come back to
I hope he's not watching today.
He was brilliant. It was excellent because we done a day in here.
Yeah, a couple of years ago now.
Yeah, and some of the guys from the Smokeheads were here as well, so it was a good afternoon. Yeah. Very good.
It's a couple of years ago now.
Time flies.
So Distill and Bunnahabhain. I'm not, as people know, I've enjoyed a lot of the peated whiskies we've had over the tastings. There've been some great ones, and to be honest with you, even myself has never been a great fan, Graham, of Isla whiskies. Just with sampling different ones. I love a Cowlila. I've always liked the Talisker. Even Bowmore was one I would say I would never touched before, but with the 15-year-old triple wood, I think it was. That was amazing. So I just thought we'd try a Bunnahabhain with a wee bit of peat in it and see what happens with it. So.
Absolutely. I was saying to Neil earlier on, Bunnahabhain, when I used to get the tourists used to come into the pub uptown and they weren't too keen on trying whiskey, a Bunnahabhain 12-year-old was always a sort of good kick-off point, so I felt it was a bit softer for them.
Well, I always use introduction to tourists I take on tour. I always introduce Balvenie Doublewood. I think on the flavour map, the Balvenie Doublewood is almost the bullseye, right in the bullseye. And I always, as you know, I would talk about the flavour map, and from there, once you get accustomed to that, because it's really smooth, really perfect. It's having in a glass, and you can just diversify down to your 4 corners from there. So Bunnahabhain 12 is not a million miles for that. And the Macallan. The double mature, the gold, I think it is now.
Yeah, gold. It was the 10, and
that's very similar. Almost in that bullseye. So all the same. But Bunnahabhain, lovely colour. We share a maturation as well. As you all know, I just love my sherry. Honestly, I didn't pick them because of the sherry. It's just what's available, what comes up in the marketplace.
Yes. Just to say there that Craig Ramsey says Nadine's not a whiskey drinker, but she liked the number 2.
That?
There you go.
Oh, Craig, you didn't want her to be drinking the 21-year-old's pal. No, you didn't want to drink that. Get her started on the cheap stuff. Get her on a grouse or something like that to start with. Then once she appreciates it properly, you can get into that.
And Dr. Briggs from the States is looking forward to coming over in November and sampling a few drams with us.
I'm sure Dr. Briggs will look after you if you look after us in Philadelphia when we come over there. Early 2022. That's the plan. That's our plan.
With the world tour.
World tour. Well, we start with the World Tour of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
the World's End.
We can't even get to Pelogre.
Anyway, where were Yeah, Bunnahabhain, the colour here, beautiful colour. And I didn't pick it, that's what I was saying. I didn't pick them for the sherry. Honestly, it's just what's available in the marketplace. Didn't listen to what it tells you. But I love it when I see a double maturation that, because it is my favourite way to drink a whiskey. But lovely colour. Quick look at the legs there, Graham.
Oh,
that
the legs.
these legs are pretty quick and pretty slim and
What's
nice and delicate, actually, aren't they?
My kind of legs.
Aye, okay. So a quick nose of it, and you get the phenol, you get that sort of... Well, that's nice.
It is, it's very lovely.
Yep.
Lovely.
Have we got the flavour map? So
yes, we have. We have.
This is where it gets... The flavour map can be quite confusing, because the legs are quite light, you know, but there is sherry in it, so, you know, we can't come over to the rich side, and we certainly can't go to the light. Now, it's almost got the fruitiness of a delicate one, but because of the smoky, we've got to move it. So I would be sitting literally on this half your line, just maybe to the right with the sherry, and coming up smoky, peaty, quite a lot of phenol in that. That's a really nice whiskey.
It's lovely.
Yeah,
that was a cracking jam.
Yeah, we're in the top right hand corner, which we didn't often go to, especially with Bunnahabhain, you'll know. But you get the peat, you get the oak, sherry, and I've got the spices, the cinnamon really hitting that, and again the spice of chili. It's like chili flakes. I mean, it's a
red
lovely
chili flakes. Aye.
No green chili flakes, no.
Green apples.
But no, if you stick your nose, honestly, stick your nose in. If you've got chili flakes in your cupboard, go. Take this through with you.
Yeah, and just
put your nose into the jar of chili
rub
flakes.
Rub your eyes as well. Rub your nose, get a laugh. Plain tatty feel.
And go back to your Bunnahabhain, you'll get that chili. I mean, I can get that really. And it's quite nutty. Hazelnuts.
I was going to say roasted peanuts.
Roasted peanuts? I get hazelnuts, but
nuts, oh hazelnuts.
But, you know, roasted peanuts is, I think, very subjective, because they're always salted, so you get...
Yeah. Susan Allen saying pepper, a smoky spice.
Yeah. They get the chili though, Susan. That's important. I think the chili, cinnamon, nutmeg. That's actually a really nice nose on that. I like that.
Yeah,
is it aged? I don't think it's aged either, is it?
A really good.
46.3%. No, it's not aged. But again, I was suspect it's probably 10, 12. Didn't really do it. In fact, I look at the Isla ones now. You notice some. The Port Ascaig we had the other week there is an 8-year-old. It's actually more expensive than some of the 12, 13, 14-year-olds, you know, because Lagavulin the same. They're doing an 8, 9-year-old. A few of them bring in, because the skills are Scott Watson selling all these good casts to them.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So Scott skills. But no, they're getting better and better at younger whiskies. You're paying more for younger whiskey, because they're quite exclusive.
I've got one here. It was a perfect example. I've got an 8-year-old at something, and it's actually a lot more expensive than
in particular the Isla ones are starting to do that. So we've got quite a lot in the nose. Let's have a wee taste it, though, because I'm really looking forward to that.
It'd be interesting to see what our friends that are joining us for the first time tonight think of this whiskey.
Wow. Peppery.
Oh, it is. Aye.
Caramel. Wow. Salt. Almost salted caramel coming through there. My salted caramel galaxy that I like to refer to. Again, there's dark chocolate there. Dried fruit. Sultanas, raisins. Christmas cake, your fruit cake, fruit loaf.
Fruit cake.
That is absolutely...
It's a belter.
That's a wonderful dram. But salted pepper... You know,
real good.
You're getting it. I always like sea salt. You know, you're getting that sort of marine sort of air. Wow, that is a stunning one. It's the first peated Balvenie.
We know what you mean.
Bunnahabhain. You want some water?
Yeah, Mike Ramage is loving it.
Yes, it's excellent, Mike.
Yeah.
Couple of drops of water in it. Back at the legs. Oh, the nose, yeah, that just softens it again, Graham. It's a couple of drops, and I'm getting the sherry, the cinnamon, chili still there, which I love.
Definitely chili.
Everyone's got chili. I think I've said before, Mexico City with chili scrambled eggs. I was in heaven having that for my breakfast. But I'm getting the peat, the phenol, and it really dampens down the phenol. But oak, sherry. I'm getting oranges through it now, actually. A wee bit orange coming through that.
Still
just through the water.
Tingling away.
Yep.
That's certainly nice. That's a cracker.
Oh, with water, that's a
It
stunning drop.
definitely brings it.
Salty pepper, it's like the sea air, dried fruit, the dark chocolate's there.
That chocolate, yeah.
Definitely, it's like Bourneville chocolate. I'm really into that. Some dried fruits. I'm getting like dates, that sort of thing. Dried.
Been a while.
Dates, yeah. A long while, aye. No, I'm liking that. Right,
Yep.
long, lingering finish. The Glenfarclas was a long, lingering finish, but I think that is an absolute stunning whisky. That's the best expression I think I've had out of Bunnahabhain.
Yeah. That's Brian Johnston will be loving that this year.
And we've done 3 or 4 Bunnahabhains now, just the different expressions and their Gaelic names. But I think that's the best one, and certainly gets the seal of approval.
And a round of applause. That's it.
Oh, that's it's still there.
It's still kicking on, definitely.
Yeah, and I've still got the chocolate, and I've still got the fruitcake, the dates, and that sort of thing. Yeah, that is absolutely. Order of preference.
Go for it. That's it.
3, 2, 1.
So you go 3, 2, 1. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
Yep. And that's a 21-year-old being defeated. Julie Ramsey, no doubt you'll be number 2 to start with. But that's your prerogative as the First Lady. You can disagree with me, no problem. I can't argue with that.
That's it. No, I'm actually in agreement with you. Jay-Z, have you still got sound? Folk are asking me, or can folk hear us anyway? So James McDonald's lost sound.
Oh, it's Fife, man. I've cut the power in Fife. I turned the hearing up, Jim.
Turn the hearing off. That's it. There's some crackers.
No, that's great whiskies. The Glenfarclas, yep, and I think this is why we're doing it, Graham, is we've had many discussions about putting the price up. It's difficult to sustain the prices that we're doing and getting new expressions coming to market all the time. But it's to allow people to, and eventually I would love to go up to £200 bottles.
Oh, definitely.
So that's once a quarter or something like that, and we just pay the extra for it or whatever. But it just allows people like Julie there found a brand new whiskey. If we can do that for one person every fortnight, that's what we're all about.
Yeah.
And hopefully, in due course, that Glenfarclas will be superseded with something else. Maybe not quite as expensive. So that's what it's all about.
That's it. Another benefit is if you're actually a member, you sign up for the direct debit, and it's £10.
Yeah, well, it's £45 for the 3 drams, and standard for the 4th Friday.
The big one.
I was going to say last Friday, but some of these 5-week months it'll not be. But it's the 4th Friday. It's every fortnight we're going to be doing them anyway. So yeah, it's £45. But if you sign up to direct debit again, which helps us. You have to be a member to be a direct debit. You're getting it for £35 once a month. That's £120 a year saving for a £25 investment.
Not including the other benefits, the tree planted, all the bits and balls, but we'll not drag on about that. It's not a sales pitch, but we just enjoy doing this. And
was it a football pitch?
Rugby pitch.
Which
will not be this Saturday. Sunday,
the game's off.
Melwee.
Is anybody else commented on the order of preference?
Jamie Thorne saying 2-3-1. Oh, then Jamie's changed his mind. 3-2-1. Then Dalmore, King Alexander III. Susan, yes, we touched on it once. We can do that.
Yes. That's
Michael Kelman, 3-1-2. Just whilst I've got you reading this out, folks, remember to like us and share
Michael
us
Kelman,
and
3-1-2.
spread the good word. Yep, 3-1-2 for Crazy Mike.
Oh.
That's it. Susan Innes, 3-2-1. Craigie Ramsey, 3-2, and you can keep 1. Oh, that's pretty nice.
That's all right. Great.
Who else? Okay, they're all close tonight. 3 crackers. That's what Brian Johnston said.
Yeah, I think the Balcomie, it stuck out as a younger whiskey.
Not bad.
It's not a cheap whiskey, and it's even if it's like the First Lady finds an expensive one that you like, they're not cheap, and they're new releases, and it's actually nice to rather than spending 50 odd quid on a bottle on that, it's £56 or something like that. Rather than spend that and thinking it's okay.
At least you've tried it.
You're getting that in your 50 mil. So that's we're just trying to sell the benefits of what we do. Loving it. I'm loving it. Loving all the different expressions I'm getting to taste as well. So
Without diving deep into his pocket, may I add?
I've no money. I'm a poor pensioner now.
What?
Poor pensioner.
Rich side, Tatty Peel side.
Well, I've got a couple of pounds tucked away, Graham. Just for to go on your boardroom tour.
Yes, boardroom tour up at Pitlochry. So that's brilliant. Remember, folks, get your orders in soon, please. The next pack date would be.
Sorry, I'm still getting this. It's still there, and that's 3-4 minutes. Next date is the 12th of March.
Yep.
Didn't ask what the whiskies are. I just ordered them on Thursday, and I know they arrived today. Yesterday I ordered them and they arrived today. And I can't remember what they are though, but we'll do a wee video shortly.
It's £25 a pack for that one,
back
folks.
to normal.
Please get your orders in early because we have been at points where we've run out of whiskey.
And the Director's Dram is a Dalwhinnie Distillers Edition, remember? So that's there, £5.50 for your Director's Dram. Get that ordered as well. We've got an extra bottle in because we think it's a real nice one.
It's a belter.
And it's real good value for money. So get your Director's Drams ordered in as well. And if we get enough orders, we might actually have a wee tasting with you next 2 weeks' time. No, next Friday, 2 weeks' time on the 12th of March. Then following that, it's the 26th of March again. Yep. March and February is easy. It's the same day. It's the same dates unless it's a leap year, and I can remember that. Getting into April, I'll know have a clue what the dates are, but we'll try and work it out for you. So I think that's us, Graham.
That's us. Somebody's wanting Glenfiddich 40-year-old. I know.
Well, that's exactly what we're saying. Give us suggestions. We'll have a look at that. The problem is we might not be able to do it in the £35 direct debit because it just depends on what deals we can get. The wholesalers we're using them a lot, and we're actually turning over a lot of whiskey with them, so we're hoping to get better deals that they can put out better expressions for us at the same price we're paying. So, we're negotiating all the time, and the bigger we are, the more we're buying, the more sort of buying power we have from these people to go to your 40-year-olds and be able to possibly do the same sort of thing at the same price from there. But happy to take all your suggestions, stick them on Facebook, email them to us. We'll have a look at anything that you want us to try. That's what it's all about. It's looking after you, the members, and people who's visiting us. And if you're not a member, why not? Join up now. You get a bigger say in what we're doing.
That's it. And we'll be having a member Zoom call in the next month and a half, 2 months probably.
We need to do that shortly. So
anyway. That's it.
Anything else, GB?
That's it from me. Thank you very much. Been a good show, folks.
That's it from him.
Like it, love it, share it, get your orders in to keep Gregor happy and Tatty Peel from stopping whinging at me.
And keeping the lifestyle I'm accustomed to.
Oh, Christ.
I wish.
Nice.
I wish.
So that's us. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, folks.
Absolutely.
What we're going to say, Tatty Peel? Slange. Hey folks, how you doing? Great, Blakey.
Who am I?
I was about to say, Mercat Grill, coming live from the Mercat Grill.
Never introduced me, Graham. What's my name?
Tatty Peel.
Thanks, Graham. American Oak, great whiskey, 70. Great whiskey.
Not bad.
I was referring earlier on to too many A's at boxing. That was 3 A's. I got to the last 2 seconds there. I literally finished, and the phone like I can't forget the camera was on.
What we're going to say? Slange. Hey folks, 17. Hey folks, 1775 Whisky Passport Club. Collectively, we are making the whisky world a smaller place. Now, if you want to be one of the gang, it's going to cost you £25. But what do we get for £25, my friend? Can you show us what's in this box?
This magic box. We got a Glencairn glass with 1775 whisky branded on it. You'll get, this is wrapped just now, you got 50 ml of whisky, you might see it there. And the tasting notes are sellotaped out so you can enjoy what we're getting.
It's a special one.
And this is a temporary card just now, but the cards will be similar to this, which are made of oak. Everyone's individually numbered.
It's sustainability.
Absolutely, you get different wee bits and pieces. The whisky flavour map that we always talk about. and some old Scots words, and I see one here which was added to it without my permission. Is Tatty Peel, a bald-headed man with whisky knowledge. Wrong.
Well, of course it kind of is, but also the Planting in the Oak Tree for sustainability. We want you to come and be part of us. We want you to drive the club forward. Have some fun, have a great time, learn a lot of knowledge, pass a lot on.
And the benefits and discounts. Lots of places join us where you'll get discounts for food, discounts for hired things, various different things that you can do. Graham will give you food here, I'll give you discounts on tours, lots of things that's going to benefit you as a member of 1775 Whisky Passport.
Excellent. And all we're going to say, Tatty Peel, Slange.